Billy RL. Billy RL.
Hi, this is Billy RL. We're live from here in the Resistance Studio. This is going to be a very important video that I'm going to bring to you. And I and the team, all of us, we're all here in the studio right now. We haven't brought forth a type of video, the type of video like this in a very, very long while. We're going to be honest in this video, and at this point, it doesn't matter how it is taken or misconstrued. If you misconstrue what we're saying, it's because something is wrong with you. We are in April 2026, and a lot of you all don't have TikTok because you have been brainwashed into believing that TikTok is a app. It is a platform that is against you and all of that. You need to get on TikTok and listen to what's happening around the world. You also need to have insight because, as you all know, I, Billy RL, I have insight. I have gifts. Something big is coming, and you have 2 months to decide what you're going to do about it. You have people, large droves of people, who are moving to underground caves. Why? Why? Because they have said they have gotten word from the higher ups that something is coming and they're preparing. In Kansas, you have Peter Thiel and Palantir putting up billboards, basically declaring that it's open season on Black people there. And that, according to our sources who checked this out, that's going to take place this summer. You want to know why time is speeding up? You want to know why Easter, Ishtar, came so early this year? Because the elite, they can't wait to get to July. Because in July, they can finally be free in their minds to do what they want to whomever they want on a massive scale. And for those of you all who live in Czechoslovakia and Serbia and then in in Italy and all these places and Timbuktu, and you think, oh, it's not going to affect me, it is. What's going to happen is going to affect one end of the earth to the other. This is not an opinion. This is not a conspiracy. This is a fact. And those like myself who have gifts, who have the spiritual awakeness, we can sense it, we see it, we dream it. Last night I had a dream, whereas if I were to tell you a dream, you would sleep with every light on in your home. This is going to happen. This is why everything is happening the way it's happening. It's no mistake that Trump has blocked the Strait of Hormuz. And that happened today. And gas prices have once again risen. We got a report earlier tonight from somewhere in Virginia. There is a lunatic going around a neighborhood, shooting up into the sky a gun. These people who do things like this are sleeper assassins, and you want to see more of them. It's going to get worse, and it's not going to get better. If you think it will get worse before it gets better, you are sadly mistaken. What we have been telling you about since the beginning of the JT anti-New World Order resistance, remember that? Way back ago when we started under the JT anti-New World Order resistance name, we were telling you there's going to come a time when the elite are going to have their new world order, their one world government. We have done, if you go to our BitChute, bitchute.com/NWOR, you will see we have done videos, documentary videos, showing you myself and Katrina both working on them along with Ryan and Alex, working on them to show you the things that are coming. Well, now they're here. Now they're here. And we want to tell you this. If you think we are, running a game on you, go to the YouTube channel that's entitled A Minute to Midnight. And midnight is spelled Midnite. And see if you can find any updated videos of the host of that YouTube channel talking with a man named 33rd Degree Freemason Jeremy. You won't. You know why? Because Jeremy said in his last video he was going away and hiding because of what was coming, and that's where he's gone. We got reports earlier today of the report was that in certain states, people are getting U-Haul, and I mean big U-Haul and big moving trucks. And when they were asked where they're moving to, they're saying, we don't want to say where we're moving to, but we're getting out of here. Where do you think they're going? They're going where these, and we will show you the video at the end of this talk. They're going to these caves where numerous families are. But the thing about it is that these caves won't save them, because what is coming is going to bring about the return of the gods, the ancient, tall, giant deities. And when that happens, there will be no place to run or no place to hide. Now, what can you do about it? Here's what we're going to tell you. And we're going to tell you this straight out, okay? We don't care how it sounds. It's time to get the hell out of the matrix, literally. Not symbolically, not mentally, not emotionally, not spiritually. We mean literally, because we talk to our sources. And according to our sources, people who are being taken to detention centers are being injected with the Neuralink chip. Once you get injected with that Neuralink chip, they don't have to transfer your consciousness to an AI, because the chip is going to change your consciousness into AI. That's what the Neuralink chip is going to do. When you get that Neuralink chip, your soul, your consciousness, which are the same thing, becomes AI. And you cannot opt out of it. No, I don't want to get it. No, they are going to force you to get it, because our sources have told us they are forcing those in the detention center to get it. And the ones who have gotten it, what they have done is they have found some way after getting it to commit suicide, because they don't want to live as an AI hybrid. I and the team were telling you right now, once you get that chip inside of you by force, you are never going to be able to be you again. Now, it may take a couple of days before you're you again. Before you're not you again, excuse me. Maybe 3 or 4 days, maybe at the most a week. So you have that time between the time you are chipped and a week to be able to, if you wanted to, okay, well, I'm not going to turn to AI. Let me do what the other immigrants have done. Let me off myself and get out of here. After that week is over, you're not going to be able to leave that AI mindset that you're in, which means you can say goodbye to leaving and escaping the reincarnation trick, because you will never die. You will be a permanent slave. And if you don't think that that is going to happen, newsflash is already happening. This is why I keep telling you, I and the team, we keep telling you, you need to download TikTok. Make up a fake name. Call yourself Carmen Sandiego or what have you. But you need to make up a fake TikTok and start looking through the videos of everyday people who are talking about this, especially since you are not able to have the sources that we get out. Our 99% of our information from our sources, but the other 1% we do get from TikTok. But since you all are not able to have sources within the elite to talk to, get on TikTok. There are people who are telling you about these things. This is why the government wants to get rid of TikTok. They want to get rid of TikTok because people on TikTok are telling too much. They're exposing too much. You need to get on TikTok to know what is happening in these states where you don't live in these countries where you don't live in. There are people on TikTok who are seeing things that you don't even see, because you're not there where they are. If there was ever a time to leave the matrix, literally, it would be now. Because you stick around and you go through what is coming, I'm telling you, you're going to be turned into AI. Not by choice, but by force. You're going to be turned. And once you are turned into AI via the Neuralink chip, you can cry, you can beg, you can call for Yahshua, you can call for Joshua, Kilimanjaro, Macaroni, Tony, you can call for whomever you want to call for. No one can help you then because you have officially turned yourself into artificial intelligence, which means no more death for you, which means you're not leaving, period. The resistance team, we want each and every one of you out there to understand that Stop Days is coming. They're already preparing now as I, Billy R.L., am talking and speaking to you. Stop Days is going to come when what you see on the news, what you hear our president say, as well as those who are on the left side, the right side, in front and back of him. They're not telling you the truth. They want you to be in darkness. They don't want you to know anything that's going on. They want to keep you in amazement when the time after does happen. People, you have to understand, it's coming. Is coming. And sure, in the month of July, it's warm weather. Someone I talked to the other day, they said that, well, that's when the things get started around July. And I said to this person, I said, no, it's not what you think it's going to be. The month of July and thereafter, it's going to be terrible, people. It's going to be terrible. And just like I said before, you need to go to TikTok. Yeah, there are people on TikTok who have been awakened. They have seen, they know, and you need to know what's going on. It's all right going to YouTube, but TikTok is the place to be able to know. And then decipher what is being said that is truthful and what is not being said that is not truthful. But you better get ready for the months to come. They are already starting it now, but they are starting it now in a undisguised way. They don't want you all to know exactly what they're doing. They will tell you some things, and hoping that you will not take on and accept it for its full value. But they're keeping things undercover. And so this is what you have to understand and know. It's going to be terrible. And Black people, you Black people out there, our Black brothers and sisters, it's, it's you that they want to annihilate. It's you. It's you. And and it's too late to do any fighting now. We need to, we need to get together and do something about it. There's nothing that you can do because it's too late. It's too late, and I'm telling you, it's too late. And the time that you should have did something about this was way back then when we told you, when we had the resistance team had put out there that we want every Black man and woman, boy and girl to meet up. Didn't no one show up. No one show up. And so now you want to do something about it because you figure that I'm tired of this. It's hitting at us. It's too late. I'm telling you, people, it's too late. It's over. They're going to do what they have to do. And they're going to do it. Now, as I said before, they are doing it now, slowly but surely, undercover, but the month of July and thereafter, you might as well say to yourself, woe unto me, because things are going to happen. Black people, and I will say my Black brothers and sisters again, it's going to be some dark, terrible time. Those times will be where you'll never, ever, if you live through it, you'll never forget it. If you live through it, you will not be like you are today. You're not, but you don't see it. You're thinking that what I, myself, Katrina, the resistance team has told you, and so many others. You're thinking that, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. Yes, we do. I'm telling you, we have never been wrong thus far. You go, you drive your cars, you get on the buses, you do this and do that. When that time comes, it will all be stopped. There will be people that will be placed behind bars. Prison and jail cells will be filled like they've never been filled before. There will be deaths. There will be deaths like there never has been before. If you think that we are telling you something wrong, just lay back and relax and wait and wait. And when it started happening to you, you Black brothers and sisters, don't say, oh, they were right. Oh, we got to do something about it now. It's going to be too late. Our sources, our thorough research, as well as the visions that each one of us has had. I just told you how I would go to bed at night and wake up, and I mean, just coming to me to warn you all. And let me tell you something. You're going to look for the resistance team. The resistance team is not going to be with you all. It's not going to be with you all because we know what's coming. We don't care what they say at the White House, the Black House, the Green House, or the Yellow House, whoever they may be, what positions they may have. They're all in it together. But you all don't believe that. They're all in it together, and they all have to make this plan go right. They have to make the plan go right. But you all don't seem to understand this. You don't understand it. But you will see things that you never thought that you would never see, you're going to see. You will see once and for all. A lot of you, well, I saw alien up in, the alien spaceship in the sky. You will not only see the spaceship in the sky, but you will see the aliens. You will actually see them, and they're not going to come down here and be friendly. You are going to see the giants. The giants are not going to be friendly. It's going to be a terrible time. And those giants will eat you. They're going to eat you. And who do you think they're going to eat? None other than the Black race of people, because they want the Black race of people off the face of the earth. Now, we heard something the other day where this Black woman said, oh, they want the white people to be slaves. They're not going to have us. Sister, you're sadly mistaken. You are sadly mistaken. They want the Black people first, then they're going to come after the white. They're not going to have the white children out there being slaves. They're already telling you what they want you to know. Dang ear. You all are going to be, but you're not going to be slaves. You're going to be annihilated. You're going to be put behind bars. You are going to be the one, the Black people. This is why every day you turn on the news, you read in the newspaper that Black people are being killed every second, every minute on the hour. But they'll tell you, well, in so and so place, the crime population has gone down, and you know, dog, well, that's a lie. But they don't tell that on the news. They don't tell them exactly what the cops has done. They don't tell them exactly what this one has been done, this Black person, this Black woman. They don't tell them how they are kidnapping the children. They don't tell any of that. They are taking your children slowly but surely. Black children, white children, they're taking them. And I told you once before, well, I had fabulous fashionista say to you from the orders of myself, Katrina, and the original messenger and the rest of the team, that you're just running out your children. You're running out, those kids are not yours. But you don't understand this. Things are happening where you're turning a deaf ear. Things are happening where you're turning your backs. And you think that you can get out there and start fighting. let's get a militia together. We go, no, it's not going to happen. Because once you get a militia together and you go out there and start fighting, you're going to die. And all the bodies that are dead will be eaten. This is why they're not having any new graveyards, cemeteries. They don't need cemeteries. The resistance team, we're warning you. We're warning you that you better wake the hell up and get out. And get out is not going to get any better. They're only giving you an illusion to make you think, well, hey, I'm going to hang around a little while longer because I'm going to see this thing out. It's an illusion. An illusion. We never thought, well, you all did anyway, never thought that the president would order a draft. And now, if you don't adhere to that draft, you got to pay thousands of dollars. Your sons and your daughters who you never thought that they would be drafted in your life, their lives, but they're being called back in to do a fight that is none of their concern. And that's another way for your sons and your daughters to be deceased. There's so many ways, people. The best thing for you all to do is get the hell out. In the meantime, you go to TikTok and you listen to those people over there. Now, a lot of those people, you listen to them and they don't sound right. But I told you, well, we told you, the resistance team told you that you have the power to be able to decipher, to discern, but you don't use that. And then they're saying things that, well, they're having Black people to turn against their own race. They're showing you the evilness of what one Black person, several Black people can do to other Black people. And you're falling for this stuff. The jobs are being taken away. They're taking away the cars. Now it's going to come to the point, whereas if you have a 2003 regular car, they're going to take that away if they let you keep it, they're going to fix it, whereas they can turn you off anytime if you disobey. It's so many things that are going on, people, but they are sugarcoating it. They are making you think that, oh, well, I'm just going to hang around and see what the end going to be, because it's going to get better. It's not going to get better. It's not going to get better. There was a guy, and we told you about this young guy who in 2027, and he came back. He came back and he didn't see anyone on the face of this earth. And people that was already here, 2027, they said, well, go over here to so and so place and see if it's anybody there. He went over there, was nobody there. The stores, the restaurants, the streets, everything was emptied. Because you know where they were? You don't even know, do you? Where they were they were up on Mars or Orion. And you think, well, but I'd rather go to Mars or in Orion than to be here on this planet Earth. It's no different. People, they are telling you what they want you to hear so that you'll be willingly to go on your own. It's going to come to a point, people. There will be no more Black people around. No more. But you just don't get it. You just don't get it. So I say this to you all, people. You had better be thinking and planning an exit plan. All of this stocking of food and water and weapons, they're going to be useless when the shit hits the fan. And we are telling you, the shit is going to hit the fan. There is no turning back from what is coming. No one, absolutely no one, is going to stop it. So I and the team, we're telling you, you better get your exit plan ready. If it was ever a time to leave the Matrix, it is now. It is now, ladies and gentlemen. You can have everything that you have down here, up there, on the other side of the grid. And if your decision is to leave, be careful who you reveal that information to, share that information with. But we're telling you, if you decide to stay, be prepared for the next 3 months, May, June, and July, because May is going to be worse than April. June is going to be worse than May. Um, be prepared for these next 3 months. In July is going to be when the powder keg goes off, and thereafter. So we're telling you, if you stay, be prepared for things to get much, much worse, much worse. Over in while I was talking, Ryan said over a paper and let me know over in Ireland, they literally have, no, not literally, they don't have any gas whatsoever. None. And that's what's coming to America. It's going to be horrible, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we have been talking about for the well, now, what, 12 years? Since we first began as the JT Anti-New World Order Resistance, this is what we have been talking about, and now we see it come to fruition, or come into existence, rather, I use that, come into existence. You better get ready. You better get ready, and you better have a plan in mind for what you're going to do. And again, you can go and join those families in the caves, but I'm telling you, like the rest of the team has told me, and I've told them, because I already knew I had the gifts. Everyone in those caves are going to die. I don't care how far underground they think they are in those caves and the magoons. Every single one of them is going to die. And the reason why is because with the chaos that's coming, as I said earlier, will come the return of the gods, and the gods will know where everyone is hiding. The gods will know where everyone is hiding, and that cave will be crushed under one of the gods' feet. Under one of their feet. With 1 foot, they can crush that whole cave with everybody in it. This is why I say, the people who are in the cave, they think they're doing something. You're not doing anything, because you're all going to die in that cave. That cave is your tomb. That's what it is. The only cave that will be undisturbed is the deep underground military bases, because of the fact that in those military bases will be the elite, and the elite have obeyed the gods so well that the gods said, okay, we're going to leave you alone for now. That's why. So we're telling you, this is what's coming. We wanted to let you know, just as the fictional character Noah and the Bible let people know, and no one listened to Noah, and then it happened. So we're letting you know this is what's going to happen, and you need to start taking preparations now. The hell with what's on television, the hell with Diddy, the hell with Tia Mori, or whatever her name is, going and they're finding a new man. The hell with all of this. You need to be focusing on the things that matter, because let me tell you something. People in Hollywood, a lot of people in Hollywood have been told to distract the masses. To distract the masses, so that if the masses are distracted, they will not be focused on preparing as to what to do and how to do when all of this starts to hit the fan. So this is what we're telling you. You better have some plan in place, because it's coming. Take heed. You've been forewarned. Don't ever say that you did not know. You've been forewarned. And this will be the last time that you will be forewarned. You may think we're crazy. You may think we're stupid. You may think we don't know. But one thing about the entire resistance team, we've gotten our ticket. And we know which route we're going to go. And we just wanted to warn you all before it gets to be in the danger zone. This is me, Billy Ariel, real life, and the entire resistance team. We say to you all, peace, love, and power. Love, peace, and power. Knowledge is contained, whereas power is obtained. So, and excuse me, I got it wrong because I'm tired of us in the team. We've been in the studio since 8 this morning, getting information from sources and the like. Knowledge is obtained and power is gained. This is, and thank you, Ryan, because again, I am incredibly tired, people, because we work in the studio. Use it, don't abuse it. Don't abuse the knowledge and don't abuse the power. This is Billy RL signing off.
Hey, what's up, America? Did you guys know no matter what restaurant you go to in America, you're basically eating the same fucking food? Did you know approximately 90% of all food for restaurants comes from either Sysco or Gordon Food Services? So whether you go to Texas Roadhouse or Longhorn, or whether you go to Cracker Barrel, Bob Evans, Waffle House, you name it, no matter what restaurant, most of the shit comes from either Sysco or Gordon Food Services. And what that means is your entire nation is nothing but the same old, generic-ass food bullshit. So most restaurants in America have the same 4 choices for chicken nuggets or chicken tenders, steaks, potatoes, french fries, buns for your burger, ketchup, barbecue sauce, jams and jellies, different kinds of butter. Whatever the ingredient you can think of basically comes from either Sysco or Gordon Food Services, with only a couple of outliers to choose from. So basically, no matter what restaurant you go to in America, you're shoveling down the same fucking diarrhea. Not saying it's all diarrhea, just the amount of choices for your food here in America seems to be very generic.
Underage teens to have babies. Look at what the Fox News host just said.
We'll have 3.6 million births a year, but the problem is teens and young adults. From ages 15 to 19, the fertility rate is down 7%, and it's down 70% over the last 2 decades, meaning we're telling people that are young not to have babies, to wait till they're in a more stable life situation, till they're more financially secure. Maybe they haven't found the right partner.
So basically what he's saying is he's blaming low birth rates on really young adults from the age of 15 to 19. 15 to 19. That's why people going crazy over this. It's because it's making it seem like he's saying he want 15 to 19-year-olds to be popping these babies out. First of all, I thought we didn't want young teens to be getting pregnant. Second of all, the economy is ass. Everything right now is overpriced. Rent, food, gas, everything. So what you telling me is you want these people to have children so they could be suffering too? Oh, I get it. You want people to work minimum wage. You need people to do the low-income jobs. You think that the teens that's having babies going to hook up their life to where they're going to need the government. Because you know, a baby having a baby don't make sense. They're still trying to get their life together. I'm not saying they're not good moms, but 9 times out of 10, they still have room to grow on their careers and everything.
The major problem of Israel is with the young generation of the black community.
You know, I wonder why Israel's biggest problem is the young generation of the black community when we're all the way over here. We don't have no land, we don't have no communities, we don't have no commodities, we don't have any resources, we don't have any bombs, we don't have any nuclear weapons, we don't have any missiles. You know, we don't have any military. You know, why would we be the biggest threat? Wouldn't the biggest threat be the people you're actually in war with? What do we have to do with anything y'all got going on? Could it be that the conspiracies about identity theft are true? Perhaps. Because I doubt that, you know, a lie would be a big threat to an entire country. I don't think a lie would. But what I think is the biggest threat is that the truth is being revealed And the world knows that. Time's up.
Wait, what did he just say?
The level, I know a lot now about bioweapons because I've been doing a book on it for the past 2.5 years, and you know, the technology that we now have to develop these microbes, we've put hundreds of millions of dollars into ethnically targeted microbes. The Chinese have done the same thing. In fact, COVID-19, there's an argument that it is ethnically targeted. COVID-19 is targeted to attack Caucasians and black people. The people who are most immune are Ashkenazi Jews and Chinese.
I need the Black community to listen to me and listen to me well. I need you to share this information with everyone you know, and I need you to stay for this entire video. I have been trying to sound the alarm on something that is going on that I believe is going to affect us by this summer, and it is being strategically done, and we have already seen it happen in other countries, but I'm not getting the message to the target audience. So if you see this comment, say something, do anything, so we can protect our own. Now, I have made multiple videos about Indiana and how they have become the center for ICE, as well as the center for a lot of trials that they want to do globally. I have made it painfully aware of the different legislation that is being passed that can potentially harm the Black community, that is aimed directly at our community. And as someone who lives in a predominantly Black area, one of the only predominantly Black areas in Indiana, I want you to know Palantir billboards have been popping up. A few months ago, I warned you about how they are using Indiana as a center for ICE and that they are gearing up and planning something over the summer, and it has nothing to do with Hispanics. I also read to you the piece of legislation that was passed and how they have been strategically removing Black people from institutions in Indiana as well as other locations. But the over-policing of Black people in my community especially has reached an entirely new level, and we've already seen this happen, and Joe Rogan just brought it up on his podcast. 2 days ago, Palantir billboards popped up in my community, and Palantir billboards also popped up in 2 other predominantly Black areas across the country, and I'm going to prove it to you. And Palantir billboards popping up in this specific community in which I live that is majority Black doesn't make any sense because it's a very underdeveloped city. Like, the city is damn near eroding. Now, these billboards displayed Palantir, and they said America's future. These billboards were also implemented in 2 locations in Ohio as well as Pennsylvania. They were put in Cleveland, which is predominantly Black, as well as Youngstown and Braddock and Wheeling, Pennsylvania, and Ohio. All of these communities are at least 80% Black and considered underdeveloped or eroding. Right after the Palantir billboards popped up in my community, I kid you not, they have started implementing drones. These drones are used as surveillance, and they are going around surveillancing Black neighborhoods with drones and also issuing tickets for any infraction on the road. Literally, it's getting creepy. I don't know if you just saw the Theo Von podcast with Joe Rogan talking about how Palantir was used in that one place to help facilitate the mass you-know-what aside, and how they used surveillance and some of the fire was coming from down, not what we thought. Peter Thiel has talked about a surveillance state and how he's felt about the Black community. But what I don't think people understand is what they're using and going to test on us. And it's getting closer and closer, and I see it in my own fucking community. For Palantir billboards to pop up, and then right after we have drones flying over our fucking city, issuing tickets. And we have the over-policing and gentrification of an area because police officers from every jurisdiction have only been in this area, in my neighborhood and community. Multiple jurisdictions and counties are patrolling this area to the point you can't turn a corner without someone being on the corner. Indiana has forced compliance with ICE. They are using Indiana as a training ground and have stated so for ICE agents. I know for a fact Black communities, the deployment of Palantir in them is not a fucking coincidence, and I am seeing it firsthand, and I need y'all to wake up. I know we're resting, but we can't be blind. While we're sitting on our asses, they're pulling shit right in front of us and no one's listening. I can't say too much, but I have to take a break from distraction and get back to fucking reality. If there was ever a time to come together, I'm 100% certain just from looking out my window, it's fucking now.